All right, we're underway. Brandon Schumacher plays it to the far side. Meningus there to head it in. Lighthouse back into the middle. Ben Schumacher gets a touch over to Dunaway. Dunaway drops back to the back line to Justin Boney. A change tonight from last night. Kason Hamlin not in the lineup tonight after that hip flexor injury. Stewart clears to the sideline and out of play. That's a throw-in for the Chargers. Ball played across the box. Jax Edson in the starting lineup tonight for the Cougars. Nixon Meningus able to clear to the back line. Number 9 for the Chargers gets a touch on it. Ruben Brake there to settle. Brake plays it up ahead, deflected off the Chargers. Ben Schumacher tracks back to win it. Stolen away by number 4. Chargers possess in the middle. Ball deflected. Boney comes up to win it down with his chest. Edson there. Edson with his left foot to Clevenger. Clevenger one touches in, not enough on it as the Chargers are able to steal. Ball played down the line. Brandon Schumacher there to win it. Chargers able to possess. All the way back to the back line. Ben Schumacher pressures. Nixon Meningus on the pressure. One more to the far side. Ball played over the top into the box, and wind is going in that direction. Wind took that all the way into the box for Stewart to pick up. Stewart out to the near side for Nangle. Nangle starting at left fullback tonight for the Cougars. Nice turn by Clevenger. Into the middle to connect to Dunaway. Dunaway gets the touch ahead. Deflected by the Chargers. Clevenger comes on to win it back. Stolen back in the middle of the field by the Lighthouse Chargers. Ball on the ground. All the way through the line. Stewart at the top of the box, able to get there first, and clears it to the far side out of play. Throw in for the Chargers. Ball down the line. Out of play back to the Cougars. Ruben Brake over there to take the throw. Ben Schumacher back to win it. Won by the Chargers in the middle of the field. Edson comes in, gets a touch. Chargers play the drop. Ball over the top to the near side, bouncing ball. And Schumacher comes back to pressure. Ball played through the slot. Shot near side, and Stewart's up to the challenge to win it. Stewart taking his time. Ball punted to the far side, shanked off out of play, throw in for the Chargers. Could you go back just a little bit more? Okay. Thank you. Throw on the far side is to the Cougars. Ruben Brake there to take the throw. Meningus checks in to receive it. Nice turn to get it to Edson in the middle. Jax Edson looking for an option. Plays it down the line, deflected by the Chargers. Number 27 plays it back in the middle. Number 10 there to receive. Angle steps, ball in. Horton's able to poke it away, but right back to number 10. Boney tries to sweep it away. Ball in the box. Brake fighting for it. Played across and put just wide of the goal. Good opportunity for the Chargers, not able to convert on that first chance. Definitely looked like enough trouble to score. Heavy wind going west to east. This field is west to east tonight, so the sun is setting to the left of us. Meningus gets in his back and commits the foul. Free kick from a dangerous spot. Ruben Brake tried to cleared it right into Meningus' head. Hopefully he's okay. Ball went way onto the other field. They're trying to get another ball into play. Got multicolored balls today. Just over 30 yards out for the free kick for the Chargers. 4-man wall for the Cougars. Everyone else set up on the 18-yard penalty box. Ball sent in and well over the goal, and it's a goal kick for the Cougars. Cougars survive another threat. Hey, is that Sarah? Sarah, can I have you pull here? Thank you. Ball in play, Clevenger to it. Into the middle for Brannon. Stolen back by the Chargers into the attack. Horton there into the box. Nangle gets a touch on it. Ball saved by Stewart, and he's able to get back on top of it. And the Chargers are really causing some trouble as the Cougars are having trouble getting out of the defensive third. Stewart gets that ball to the middle of the field. Dunaway tries to settle it. Bouncing ball. Ball falls into Schumacher. Schumacher chips it over the top. Headed back into the middle. Ball's loose in the middle as they play it to the far side. Number 27 for the Chargers down the line to connect to number 4. Edson in front. Touch to the end line and play it back across. Horton's able to clear it to the sideline, or to the end line actually. It's a corner kick upcoming for the Chargers. Very windy day out here today. Side spinning ball in. Stewart comes to the front post. Almost got fooled as it goes all the way over the back. And it's out of play on the end line. It's a goal kick for the Cougars. Low ball. First one by the Chargers. Edson comes back to help. Played in. Horton's there with his left. Deflected back by the Chargers. Nangle on the near side. Nangle down the line. Poked out of play by the Chargers, and a throw in for the Cougars. Lucas Nangle there to take the throw. Headed back in by the Chargers. Horton there heads it into the air. Brandon Schumacher tries to sweep it away. Chargers still fighting for it. Boney clears it. Over to the far side for Meningus. Fight for possession. Chargers win it back. Schumacher pressing. On the ground. Clevenger there to steal. Into the counterattack for the Cougars. Clevenger pushing middle. Able to stay on it. Plays it to the space for Schumacher, but too far ahead, and the Chargers deflect. Nangle wins it back. On the ground to Dunaway. Dunaway drops to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher looking for space. Drops it back to Nangle. Nangle to Horton. Horton sweeps it into Dunaway. Dunaway across for Edson. Edson lets it roll. Up to break. Poked away by the Chargers and off of break. It's a throw in for the Chargers. Chargers win it into the turn. Ball played through. Nice touch by Horton. Chargers there first as Clevenger comes back to pressure. Nangle gets there and pokes it away for the Cougars. It's a throw for the Chargers. Ball into number 53. Carrying across the middle. Dunaway steps, played to the open space, and punched into the box. Stewart's able to make the easy save on the pickup. Stewart rolls it out to the near side for Nangle. Nangle gets the touch, plays it down the line to Dunaway. Chargers clear. Schumacher plays it back up to his brother Ben off the deflection. Schumacher touch to Dunaway, over the top. Plays it wide to Clevenger. Clevenger thought about the cross, still on the ball in the corner, cuts it back to his right, plays it in. The Chargers clear. Down the line to the near side. Nangle's there to settle with his chest. Finds Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher's able to open up on the turn. Schumacher attacking. Tries to get it through, stolen back by the Chargers into the counterattack. Break helping, Boney dropping. Chargers looking for the ball through into the box and score the goal. Chargers take the 1-0 lead. All right, restart of play. Brandon Schumacher with the ball. Played to the far side. Ball played in. Edson there. Gets a touch back to Dunaway. Over to Break. Break wide to Nixon Meningus. Chargers are able to steal. Nixon wins it back. Plays the slot ball to Ben. Ben Schumacher into the box. Schumacher with his left. Deflected. Clevenger there to finish. And plays it wide of the goal. And a goal kick for the Chargers. First good opportunity for the Cougars. Good setup as Meningus found Schumacher on the slot. Schumacher cut it back, shot with the left, deflected by the keeper to Clevenger's feet, and he just placed it a little wide. All right, goal kick up coming for the Chargers. Ball into the middle of the field. First touch by the Chargers. Breaks there, trying to settle into the attack for the Chargers. Down the left side, but out of play. Break quickly takes the throw up to Dunaway. Dunaway off his chest, falls into Edson. Loose ball, Dunaway gets to it. Tries to get through the double. Dunaway carrying to the sideline and knocked out of play. Throw in for the Chargers. Chargers take the quick throw. Boney heads it to the sideline. Chargers in possession, drop back into the middle of the field. Ball in. Nangle gets a touch up to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher looking for an option, cuts it back, plays it back to Nangle. Nangle back into the middle of the field, nobody there to connect. Chargers steal. Brandon Schumacher defending. Chargers down the line. And out of play, throwing for the Cougars. Nangle takes the throw into Clevenger, drop to Nangle. Down the line, good ball as Dunaway pressures. Ball played in the middle, Edson's there, gets the first touch. Edson dropped back to Horton, who sweeps it away. Ball in the middle of the field, played back in by the Chargers. Chargers in, Boney's there, and plays it to the sideline, throwing for the Chargers in the attacking third. Chargers take the throw. Brandon Schumacher steals, plays it down the line. Clevenger there to pressure. Played ahead into the connection. Fight for possession. Chargers played in. Boney defending. Edson there, gets a touch. Break with his left all the way up to Schumacher. Ben Schumacher makes the heavy touch back into the Chargers' possession. And offside flag. Actually, no flags today, two-man crew, but offside penalty for the Chargers. It's a free kick for the Cougars. Stewart takes the free kick into the middle of the field. Ben Schumacher there to win it. Chargers actually win it first. Chipped over the top. Ball played across. Brandon gets a foot on it. Loose in the middle. Drop back to the back line for the Chargers. Played down the line to the near side. Carrying across the middle. Shot with the left and wide of the frame. Goal kick for the Cougars. Stewart takes the backspinning goal kick into the middle. Dunaway with his chest, trying to settle. Ball back into the attack for the Chargers. Down the line, Ben, connect! Stewart with a goal kick, low ball. Brandon Schumacher there goes over the first line to Clevenger. Pass Clevenger as well and throw in for the Chargers. Big throw down the line. Horton's there, pokes it away, and another throw for the Chargers. Chargers looking to take it quickly. Played into a drop. Number 2 for the Chargers there. Spinning ball in, big bounce, and Stewart's able to get to it. 23 minutes left to play here in the first half. Chargers leading 1-0 in a heavy wind game today here in Springfield. Chargers have the wind and the advantage of the sun here in the first half. Break, clears it in the middle of the field. Chargers trying to settle. Clevenger wins it, stolen back by the Chargers. Schumacher comes in. Chargers able to stay in possession. Nangle steps in to win it. Nangle back across the middle to Edson. Edson sweeps it to the far side for Meningus. Meningus, good ball over the top. Just a little too heavy. Good idea, though, and all the way into the box for the keeper. Top spinning punt into the middle. Boney tries to win the header. Ball's loose. Schumacher gets a touch on it. Falls to Nangle. Nangle plays it over the top. And played out by the Chargers, throwing for the Cougars in the attacking third. Dunaway comes down to take the throw, gives it to Clevenger. Clevenger under pressure gets a deflection. Ball cleared away all the way to the back line. That's going to roll all the way into the box for Stewart to pick up. Stewart out to the far side for break, deflected away by the Chargers. And a throw back to the Cougars. Break with a good throw down the line. Deflected by the Chargers. Meningus able to get to it, carrying across. All the way over to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher fighting through the challenge. Plays it on the ground to Ben. Ben Schumacher tries to turn, stolen away by the Chargers. Deflected by Edson. Ball coming all the way into the box again. And Stewart's there to pick it up. Stewart punts it away, shanks it to the far side. Break gets a touch on it. Plays it in with his left. Nice ball. Gets it to Ben Schumacher, who leaves it for Dunaway. Dunaway finds space, finds Brandon Schumacher on the run. Schumacher tries to play it through to Clevenger, but stolen away by the Chargers as it was off the mark. Chargers back into the counterattack. Breaks there to step. Ball deflected and Meningus into the attack. Meningus finds space, gets the first touch, but stolen back by the back line of the Chargers, number 9. Ball played back into the counterattack for the Chargers. Break chasing to the corner. Break's able to win it, deflected off of Edson. Boney steps and plays it to the sideline, still in play as Dunaway comes back to help. Ball played into the top. Nangle's there to sweep it. Chargers played into the box again, and that wind just really is carrying that ball. Goes all the way into Stewart. Stewart out to the near side, or the far side, I should say, for Meningus. Meningus trying to turn down the line. Gets a touch ahead. Meningus able to fight to get space in the middle. Looking for an option. Drops it back to Brake. Ruben Brake on the ball, touches to the middle of the space. Brake plays it across, but deflected by the Chargers in the midfield. Ball over the top, and quick throw out to the near side, deflected by the Chargers. Nangle shielding and out of play, throw in for the Cougars. Horton down the line, and out of play, back to the Chargers. All right, after the substitutions, Chargers there for the throw. Big throw in. Nangle heads it down the line. Out of play back to the Chargers. Looking for a big throw into the box. Ball's loose. Horton gets a touch on it. Horton tries to clear. It's loose in the middle. Poked back to the midfielders for the Chargers. That's number 53 being defended by Dunaway. Chipped over the top, runner in there. Stewart's there, bounces over top of him and out of bounds for a goal kick. This wind is very disorienting so far for the Cougars. Stewart takes the goal kick, high back spinning ball in the middle. Chargers first to touch. Chipped back in. Stewart reads the bounce this time and able to secure it easily. Ball out to the near side for Nangle. Ball's loose in the middle, falls to Dunaway. Dunaway touches the space, plays it wide to Clevenger. Clevenger looking for a drop, back to Nangle. Nangle plays it in, Ben Schumacher connects. Schumacher fighting for the touch, ball falls to Clevenger. Clevenger across the middle, but stolen back by the Chargers. All the way across the box, backside header, and over the goal. And Cougars survive a chance. 1-0 still the score. Goal kick for the Cougars. Stewart side spinning ball to the near side, shouldered by number 2 for the Chargers. Clevenger in front to defend. Cut back to the middle. Loose ball, Meningus gets the touch. Ben Schumacher tracks back to win it with his chest, trying to find a space to turn. Schumacher on the sideline. Ball deflected off the Chargers, and it's a throw for the Cougars. Ribbon break there again to take the throw. Throw up ahead. Into the attack for the Cougars. Back line for the Chargers able to get there. Played down the line and out of play, and the Cougars are in the attacking third for a throw. Break all the way down to take the throw. Break with the throw all the way up to Ben. Ben can't control it and cleared away by the Chargers. Brandon Schumacher chasing back. Chargers get a touch. Schumacher, nice job shielding. Horton wins the ball. Horton wide to Clevenger. Clevenger dropped back to Brandon Schumacher. Schumacher over the top to Ben. Ben gets a touch, trying to turn through the middle. Schumacher takes the strike, and over the goal And it's a goal kick for the Chargers. Ball to the near side. Clevenger comes over to pressure. One more and off the mark, and a throw for the Cougars. Nangle coming all the way down to take the throw. Looking for Schumacher. Plays it short to Clevenger. Tough ball to handle. Cleared away by the Chargers into the midfield. Horton steps, ball deflected. Boney's there, plays it back over the top for Ben Schumacher. Off of his shoulder, trying to find space to turn. Ben Schumacher in. Schumacher gets a touch to the back line, goes through the double. Schumacher with his left and right at the keeper. Cleared to the side, to the near side. Clevenger sends it back in, backside for Meningus. Falls to Schumacher. Cleared away by the Chargers. Clevenger keeps it in. Back to Dunaway. Chargers get a touch away. Brandon Schumacher there. Schumacher steps on the ball into the counterattack for the Chargers. Horton steps, gets a deflection, falls to Brandon Schumacher. Brandon finds Dunaway. Jackson Dunaway turns, stolen back by the Chargers. Down the near side, Nangle's there to win it. Nangle tries to keep it in, but loses it out on the sideline. Throw in for the Chargers. 14 minutes left to play here in the first half. Chargers leading 1-0. Ball in the middle of the field. Edson challenging for it. Chargers play the drop. Still in the middle of the field connecting. Horton's there, pokes it back in for Brandon Schumacher with space to turn. Schumacher ahead to Clevenger. Clevenger carrying, has pressure. Clevenger cuts it back. Looking for the switch. Plays it to the back line. Ball deflected by the Chargers. Edson comes in. Chargers have it. Playing up ahead as Brake and Boney get back. Drop back to the midfielder, number 27. Brake and Edson there to pressure. Brake stays on the pressure as he carries back. Played across. Clevenger's there, gets a touch, trying to control it. Into number 2 for the Chargers. Played down the line, deflected off of the attacker's back, number 13. Back to the Chargers. And lost out of play, a goal kick for the Cougars. Subs coming in the game for the Chargers, number 18 and 13 checking out. 53 and 12 looks like subbing in. Stewart plays it short. Brandon Schumacher's able to win it on the turn. Up to Ben. Ben looking to turn, gets pressure from behind and draws the foul. Nangle comes up to take the free kick for the Cougars. Ball to the near side. Touched first by the Chargers, but Clevenger's there to steal. Clevenger plays it in. Ball deflected to Ben. Ben trying to fight for it, cuts it back in the middle. Ben looking for an option, poked away by the Chargers, falls to Brandon. Brandon tries to play it over the top, deflected by the Chargers, ball back to Brandon. Brake gets there, plays it on the ground, but nobody's there to connect, and stolen back by the Chargers. Big ball over the top, that's too heavy, all the way into Stewart to pick it up. Stewart with a big throw out to the near side for Nangle. Nangle lets it roll. Trying to fight for possession. Number 13 wins it into the turn. Plays the diagonal in. Stewart reads it and gets off his line, able to scoop it up. Another throw out to the near side for Clevenger. Clevenger cuts it back. Plays it in the middle for Brandon. Brandon, nice touch to turn. Looks for Schumacher, for his brother Ben through, but on the ground, stolen by the Chargers. Chargers in the middle. Dunaway pressuring. Broken into the line and into the box. 13 across. Nice job by Stewart getting the right hand on that to kill it and kill the threat. 11 minutes left to play here in the first half. Chargers with a 1-0 lead. Stewart punts it to the far side for Brake. And out of play Back to the Chargers. Ball in. Chested down by number 26 for the Chargers. Break there defending, trying to get to the end line. Played across. Horton sweeps it away with his left. Top of the box, 30 yards out. Chargers possessing, played to the near side. Clevenger comes to pressure. Makes a touch to the sideline. Clevenger defending. Chargers still on the ball as he drops. All the way back to the back line. Ben Schumacher comes to pressure. Ball deflected. Up to the near side. Nangle and Clevenger pressure. Nangle wins the ball. Gets pushed off it as the Cougars fight for possession. And free kick called for the Chargers. This is a tough angle. The sun is right in the direction of the ball. Number 2 takes the kick in. Boney tries to get a touch on it. It's loose in the top. Boney fighting for it. Able to clear it away. Chargers play it back in. Top of the box. Break defending. Meningus comes in to help. Number 4 for the Chargers still circling around. Meningus steps in to deflect. Gets a touch away. Chargers play it back in. Deflected by number 27 down the line. And that's going to go out I think it went out the sideline. It's a throw in for the Cougars. 8:30 to play. Break takes the throw up to Meningus. Meningus first to touch. Ball deflected in the middle. Chargers into the attack. Top of the box. Gets the strike. Nangle gets enough on it to deflect. And it's a corner kick for the Chargers. Chargers on the goal line. Make it 4. 1 wide and 1 at the top. Ball played in. Stewart goes to the front again, and he just keeps getting caught front post. This time he gets punished for it, and the Chargers take the 2-0 lead. All right, back to the action on the kickoff. Brandon Schumacher there, stolen away by the Chargers. Schumacher fights for it, able to win it back, and commits the foul. Free kick for the Chargers. Chargers asking for space. 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Low ball in, deflected off the wall. Meningus gets a touch. Chargers fighting for it. Drop back. Ben Schumacher's there to steal. Schumacher tracking back. Still on the ball. Drop back to Stewart. Stewart clears it away into the midfield. Handball called. I'm not sure who they called it on, though. It's a handball call on the Chargers. Free kick for the Cougars. Break there to take the free kick. Driving ball to the middle, goes over the first line. Dunaway back to it. Chipped away, Brandon Schumacher there. Schumacher chips it over the top, headed away by the back line of the Chargers. Into the middle of the field as Dunaway pressures, drop back to the back line on the far side. And out of play, throwing for the Cougars. Meningus coming over to look for a quick option. Looking for Ben. Meningus doesn't have the option, so he'll leave it for Brake to take the setup. Brake with the big throw into the box. Headed down by the Chargers. Clevenger's there. Tries to leave it for Schumacher, but not enough on it, and the Chargers steal into the counterattack. Boney defending. Bridge touch through. Stewart steps up, and Horton gets there in time to clear it to the sideline. Throw in for the Chargers. High throw in. Boney heads it back to the sideline. Chargers play it into the top. Horton gets a touch. Clevenger back to help. Nangle there. Brandon Schumacher clears it to the back line of the Chargers. Touchdown. Into possession. Schumacher challenges. Ball to the near side as Clevenger comes to pressure. Clevenger's able to deflect it away out of play. Throw in for the Chargers on the near side. Throw back into the middle of the field. Edson comes in to challenge. Ball into the top. Looking for an angle to get the shot. Played to the near side. Sent across. And Stewart's there to make the save. Stewart out to the far side for Dunaway. Dunaway gets doubled. Looking for an option to turn. Dunaway, nice cutback. Plays it down for Schumacher down the line. Ben Schumacher chasing. Gets through the challenge. Ben Schumacher in. Schumacher wants the strike and doesn't get a good touch on it. Goes far post out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for the Cougars. Goal kick in for the Chargers. Down the line and out of play. Throw in back to the Cougars. Nangle takes the throw up to Clevenger. Clevenger fighting for position. Nangle gets a touch. Chargers possess. Clevenger comes in to challenge. Ball deflected. Chargers find the connection into the attack. Nangle comes back to help. Played wide. And out of play back to the Cougars. Under 3 minutes to play in the first half. Cougars trying to survive with this wind and sun. Cougars have had a couple opportunities that they've only been in the attacking third 3 or 4 times, but out of those times they've had some good looks at goal. Horton takes the throw in. Ball deflected. Chargers play it back to the back line. Ball on the ground. Possessed by the midfielder, number 53. To the near side. Brandon Schumacher comes up to pressure. Ball played wide. Grayson Crumrine subbed in the game for Edson. And actually, what they did is they switched Nangle back to defensive mid, his more natural position this season anyway. And Grayson Crumrine subbed in at the left fullback. Goal kick for the Cougars. Chargers in kind of a high press. Nangle's unmarked in the middle. They try to get it to him and do. Nangle lets it run though. Gets a touch on it. Played back into the counterattack for the Chargers. Ball across the field as Meningus is there to win it. Meningus trying to find a claw back to get to space. Ball deflected off of the Chargers and throw in for the Cougars. 1:30 left in the first half. Meningus takes the throw in. Nangles pressures. Ball's cleared to the far side. Dunaway's there to win it. Dunaway keeps it in, drops it back to Meningus. Meningus connected to Ben Schumacher in the middle. Schumacher turns, plays to Clevenger. Over the top. Clevenger looks for Schumacher, plays it on the ground though, and cleared away by the Chargers. Ball into the box. Stewart there to get it. Under a minute to play. Stewart side spinning punt into the middle of the field. Meningas steps in to challenge for it. Meningas gets a touch into the attack. Ball deflected. Dunaway comes in. Slide tackle away by the Chargers. And a throw in for the Cougars. Break with the throw down the line. Meningas gets ahead into the attack for Schumacher. And all right, they called that the half. My clock must have been a little bit off. I think I got it started a few seconds late. So halftime is here. 10 minutes on the halftime clock, and we will be back for the second half. All right, we're back. 40 minutes on the clock, ready to start the second half. Chargers leading 2-0 on the Cougars. Lighthouse Christian Chargers with the possession to start the second half. Cougars have the wind and the sun advantage this half. See if they can change their fortune from the 2-0 deficit in the first half. Chargers possess on the back line. Dominguez comes to pressure, ball play across the middle. Chargers play it wide and through the middle. Nice ball. Boney's there to poke it away. Ball falls to Clevenger, who touches it back in the middle of the field. Chargers chip it into the middle, poked high into the air, and chase to the corner. Crumrine's there to clear it out the sideline. Throw in for the Chargers. Ball thrown in short. Ball played in nice. Wow, that was a good knuckleball that really challenged Stewart, and he's able to redirect and get on that ball. Wind now changing these punts. They should be able to turn every punt into an attack. Big ball again by Stewart, headed back into the middle. Dunaway gets a touch, miscommunication by the Cougars. Angle comes back to win it. Dominguez gets the touch in the middle. Brandon Schumacher wins the challenge. Into the counterattack, over the top, into the box for the Cougars. Schumacher, that ball a little bit behind Ben, just couldn't get a touch on it. Ball to the far side. Clevenger over there to pressure and goes out of play. You can see already how the wind just totally changing the game. Clevenger leaving it for Brake. Brake takes the throw into the corner for Ben. Ben Schumacher. Drop back to Clevenger, but off the mark, and a throw in for the Chargers. Ball down the line, Chargers touch and out of play. Back to the Cougars. Brake takes the throw, finds Schumacher in space. Schumacher making the attack, takes the shot near post, and saved by the keeper. Ball to the near side, Nangle steps. Nangle wins the ball, looking for an option. Stolen back by the Chargers. Dominguez comes in to challenge. Chargers on the ball, looking to send it. Ball on the ground. Played over the top, breaks there, gets the touch back to the middle. Brandon Schumacher wins it. Pressure comes and has to clear it in the middle of the field. Chargers win it on the back line. Ben Schumacher comes to pressure. Over to the far side, Clevenger comes on. Clevenger wins it back, cuts it back into the middle, fight for the ball. Chargers win it back, carrying down the far side. Play the head, Brake clears it to the sideline, and a throw for the Chargers. Throwing down the line, Chargers possessing. Brake knocks it away. Clevenger with his left all the way up. Sent back in by the Chargers back line. Ball in the middle, Brandon Schumacher wins it. Schumacher connects to Dunaway. Dunaway opens up, Ben on the run. And again, that ball's got to be in the air, not on the ground. Nangle on the run. Brandon Schumacher chases, able to win it. Schumacher possessing. He didn't touch the ball, and he hit his leg. Ball sent into the box. Stewart there to get it. Stewart gets challenged by the attacking wing of the Chargers. Stewart down injured. Looks like the ref stopped the clock. We'll stop it on our side. They haven't called the coach on yet. It is a rule in high school. If the coach comes on or the trainer, then they do have to sub off, but it looks like Stewart is going to need to sub off. He's trying to walk it off. All right, we'll restart. There was no card issued on that I could tell for running into the keeper. Just a common foul and a restart with the free kicks. Good ball by Brake over the top into an attack for Schumacher. Ben Schumacher gets the touch ahead. Schumacher cuts it back, tries to get through, still on the ball, blocked away. Dunaway there. Dunaway gets a touch in for Meningus, deflected away. Ball to the near side. Dunaway touches it off the Chargers, played down the line, still in play. And actually, they did rule it out. Didn't see that signal, but throw in for the Cougars. Dunaway leaves it for Crumrine to come down. Good opportunity for the Cougars on that one. Schumacher got out on the break. Crumrine into Meningus. Meningus across to Nangle, stolen by the Chargers. Chargers with some room, plays it wide to the far side as Horton's there, chasing to the corner. Nice job by Horton to get a touch, still a fight for the ball. And out of play, Chargers throw. Taken quickly, Brandon Schumacher there to defend. Played back to the left fullback. Into the middle of the field. Nangle runs by it, able to get back to it and clear it to the near side. And a throw in for the Chargers. Ball thrown down the line. Chargers get the first touch. Nangle comes on to challenge. Meningus comes in to clear. Brandon Schumacher clears to the near side for Ben to run. Ben has one defender on him. Makes the move into the attack. Schumacher into the box, still on it. Looking for an option. Plays it across for Brandon. Brandon with the strike near post. And just off the mark. Goal kick for the Chargers. Restart with the goal kick. Ball to the near side. Meningus pressures. Drop back into the box. Missed touch. Schumacher there gets a touch on it. Schumacher cuts it back into the triple team and loses the ball. Nangle with a good tackle. Clears it away to the sideline and a throw in for the Chargers. Throw in short. Chargers try to clear. Boney's there. Plays it high into the air. All the way to Meningus. Meningus heads it back into the middle over Dunaway. Chargers win it into the turn. Into the attack. Ball through. Stewart drops. And just a little too quick on the touch by the Chargers attacker. Ball bounced up on his shin as he tried to kick it. Just shanked it off to the left. Goal kick for the Cougars. Looking for a game ball. Boney there to take the goal kick for the Cougars. Boney, a good ball to the near side, bouncing over. All the way to the back line of number 20, Dunaway pressures. Connection down the line, but loses it out of play. Throw in for the Cougars. Meningus leaves it for Crumrine. Big throw. Throw into Nangle. Nangle turns, gets a touch to go forward. Chargers clear it back. Touch into the middle on the connection. Charger, good ball in. Horton leaves it for Stewart to dive on, and Stewart gets to it. Ball rolled out to the far side for break. Break up to Clevenger. Clevenger into the attack. Loose ball in the middle. Nangle steps, gets a touch on it. Chargers possess. Chargers trying to turn, loses it to Boney. Brandon Schumacher comes back to track it. Schumacher looking for an option to play over the top. Drop back to break on the back line. Break into the middle. Good ball all the way up to Ben Schumacher trying to turn. Poked away by the Chargers back line. Nangle gets a touch to defend. Chargers looking for the drop. Schumacher pressuring. Meningus steps. Meningus able to get it up to Ben Schumacher. Schumacher through. Tackle on the ball. And Chargers possess. Dunaway steals. Back to Ben Schumacher on the line. Ben on the ball, trying to turn. Deflected away by the Chargers. Schumacher fighting for it. Back into the middle. Shanked into the middle to Brandon. Brandon deflects it down. Ball's loose. Meningus touches. Falls to Ben. Ben drops all the way back to Crumrine. Crumrine one touch into Nangle. Nangle looking for an option. Tackled by the Chargers. Switch to the far side. Horton's there. Horton with his left. Plays it down the line and out of play. Back to the Chargers. Ball to the far side. Chargers play it back into the middle. Horton with his right. Plays it to Meningus. Meningus gets a head forward, but number 53 is able to win it. Meningus chasing back. Ball to the back line. Crumrine sends it back in. Ball deflected by the Chargers in the middle. Chargers bring it down. Number 53, Meningus wins it back. Meningus trying to shield as Crumrine and Meningus communicate. Boney back into the middle, deflected. Nangle wins it. Nangle gets a touch, tackled by the Chargers. Clevenger comes in. Over to Dunaway with space. Crumrine plays it into the middle. Boney's able to clear all the way up to Brandon. Brandon finds Clevenger. Slide tackle in by the Chargers to clear. Into the corner, still in play, and finally out, Chargers throw. Into the box, break, heads it away. Chargers chip it in. Fight for the ball at the top. Good shot, but Stewart's right there for it and makes the save. Thrown out to the far side for Clevenger. Clevenger with his left plays it down the line, but out of play first. And a throw in for the Chargers. Big throw in, gets over the first line. Horton's there, pokes it to the sideline, and another throw in for the Chargers. Throw into the corner. Break heads it down. Brandon Schumacher there, settles it, trying to turn. Schumacher working on. Is able to find space. Being charged again. Drop back to break. Break into the middle, stolen by the Chargers. Nangle comes into pressure. Nangle fighting for the ball. Ball played to the near side. Crumrine over to help. Nice move and goal by the Chargers, and they take the 3-0 lead. 26 minutes left to play. It's a big goal for the Chargers going into the wind. And we're back to start play. Brandon Schumacher over the top, back line for the Chargers. Sent back into Crumrine, who plays it to the back line. Dunaway pressures. Nangle steps. Ball played over to the far side. Brandon Schumacher pokes it away. Charges an attack. Break wins it. Cuts it to Brandon. Stolen back by the Chargers in the midfield. Poked back by Schumacher over the top into the attack. Horton's there. Break coming back to help. Ball in the middle. Nangle comes in to deflect. Boney there. Nangle fighting for it. Chargers in possession. Schumacher defending. Brandon Schumacher able to win it. Break gets to it. Up to Clevenger. Clevenger fights for a touch. Sent to the goal. What a save by Stewart. And able to keep it in. Ask for it, Ben. We got to score. Clevenger back into the middle. Ruled out of play first. Throw in for the Chargers. Drake gets the first touch. Still in play. Corner kick ruled on the far side. Everyone on the line. Ball's loose, headed into the air, and over the goal. Spencer Jackson checking in the game for the Cougars. Titus Clevenger taking a break. .23 minutes left to play. Chargers with a commanding 3-0 lead. Ball all the way up to Dunaway, dropped to Meningus. Meningus plays it into space. Chargers into the attack. Schumacher defending. Ball connected. Meningus comes back to help, deflected to the sideline, and a throw in for the Cougars. Oh, he's ruling it the Chargers. Back into the middle. Brandon Schumacher wins it, looking for an option over the top. Schumacher steps on it as he looks to turn. Still on the ball. Throw in for Crumrine down the line. Schumacher shielding. Ben Schumacher trying to turn. Knocked out of play, throw in for the Cougars. Schumacher leaves it for Meningus. Meningus into Dunaway. Dunaway's able to open up. Carrying across the middle. Finds Break. Break gets a touch to space. Stolen by the Chargers. Chargers over the top. Boney's there, heads it back into the middle. Nice job by Boney. Gets it right to Nangle. Nangle cuts it through. Deflected by the Chargers. Back into space. Number 53 on the ball. Into the attack on the near side. Boney comes to pressure. Ball sent across with the left and deflected by Boney. It will be a corner kick on the near side for the Chargers. All right, after the substitutions, Chargers ready for their corner. Chargers with a setup play this time, everyone at the 18-yard line. Ball to the backside and out of play on the unlined goal kick for the Cougars. Another ball ready to go into play. Boney there to take it. Bouncing ball in the middle. Dunaway there first. Falls to Nangle. Nangle will settle it down, gets it to Meningus on the near side. Meningus plays it ahead. Gets a touch back in. Back line, Meningus again gets a touch and knocked away by the Chargers throwing for the Cougars. Meningus takes the throw down the line to Ben. Schumacher able to keep it on the line. Makes a move to the corner, deflected away. Schumacher takes the throw into Nangle. Deflected by the Chargers, bouncing ball. Carmine comes to pressure, chipped away to the sideline, and throw in for the Cougars. Carmine takes the throw into Dunaway. Goes to Schumacher, who shields. Schumacher trying to get to space. And Schumacher draws the foul, free kick for the Cougars. Take it, Brandon. Score it. Put it on frame. Schumacher takes the free kick. Goalie looking into the sun. Bouncing ball, and it's loose. Didn't get the first touch. Ben was there for the follow, but keeper's able to get it on the bounce. Spencer Jackson there defending. Chargers down the line. Ball deflected by Schumacher, by Brandon Schumacher, and out of play. Another throw in for the Chargers. Horton getting challenged. Chargers in the break. To the corner, sent across, and Stewart's there to win it. Stewart taking his time, looking for an option. Punting the ball to the near side for Meningus. Meningus gets a touch into the middle. Chargers step on it. Ben Schumacher there to challenge. Drop back to the back line. And subs coming in the game for the Cougars. Jax Edson back in the game. Dunaway will sub out. Edson going to defensive mid. It looks like Brandon Schumacher is going to the attacking mid. Crumrine there to take the throw after the subs. Throw in. Ball's loose. Nangle wins it. Over the top, Schumacher deflects it with his shoulder. Schumacher wins it. Looking for an option. Brandon on the overlap. Drop back to Meningus. Meningus looking to send it in. Headed down into space. Nangle's there to win it. Drop back to Brake on the far side. Brake touches over to Edson. Slide tackle by the Chargers, deflected off of Edson, and a throw in for the Chargers on the far side. 17 minutes left to play. Chargers winning 3-0. Ball in the middle. Chested by the Chargers. Nangle's able to sweep it back to the near side. Nobody there for it, and this will be a throw in for the Chargers. Down the line. First touch by the Chargers on the turn. Nangle steps in and gets the deflection. Throw in down the line. Boney shielding. Boney trying to turn and plays it out of play. Throw again for the Chargers. Ball in, Boney's there. Tries to play it into the middle. Meningus, good header all the way up to Ben. Ben claws it back, leaves it for Nangle. Meningus there at the top. Brandon Schumacher with the ball, gets pushed, gets through the attack, tries to find Meningus on the ground, and Chargers steal into the counterattack. Boney plays it back into the middle. Nangle there to shield. Chargers back to the ball, making the connection on the run. Meningus takes the big push in the back. Meningus with a big shove in the back gets a warning. No yellow card issued. Free kick for the Chargers. Boney wins it down into Nangle. Nangle trying to get a touch on it. And foul called. Free kick for the Cougars. Brandon Schumacher over the ball to take the free kick. Schumacher, big ball in the air down the line. Ben chases into the corner. Schumacher gets there and knocks it off of the Chargers. It's a, oh, I thought they won that. Goal kick for the Cougars, but these goal kicks are hard on their own. "14 minutes left to play." It's hard to get out of this end with the wind on the goal kicks, as we saw in the first half. Ball played to the near side. Jackson comes to pressure. Ball deflected. Ben Schumacher there for it. Makes a move back in. Nice feet by number 9 to steal it back and clear it to the sideline. Still in play as Jackson's there to defend. Jackson trying to shield. He's able to get through as Nangle comes in. And Nangle steps in and gets called for the shielding foul. Ball in the middle. Horton heads into the air. Edson gets a touch on it. Dropped back to the back line, sent in. Crumrine misses it and gets called for the handball. Free kick for the Chargers. Stack at the center of the box for 4 of the Chargers. Low ball in. Schumacher comes back to help. Nangle steals. Attack by Nangle. Nangle carrying. Leaves it for Schumacher. Ben Schumacher carrying. Schumacher chips it across for Nangle. Chested down. Fighting for position. Ball down the line into the counterattack. Crumrine coming back. Jackson there to defend. Ball sent across. Break defending. Ball dropped into the middle. Far side. Chargers drop. Chipped over the top, and Stewart's there to get it out of the air. Under 12 to play. Chargers leading 3-0. Clevenger gets the touch, back to break. Into the attack for Ben Schumacher to chase. Keeper comes out, gets a touch. Clevenger there to win it. Clevenger gets the touch and foul called. Free kick for the Cougars. Titus Clevenger there to take the free kick. Edson and the two Schumacher brothers at the top of the box. Clevenger spins it in, goes through everyone, and goal kick for the Chargers. Ryan Ramos checking in for the Cougars at right back as Grayson Crumrine checks out. Goal kick restart for the Chargers, played to the far side. Schumacher and Clevenger come to pressure. Edson gets the steal, poked away by the Chargers and out of play, throw in for, last touch by the Cougars, they say, throw in for the Chargers. Brake gets the touch. Ball across the middle. Nangle deflects it away. Boney's there. Boney makes a touch to settle. Over to the near side for Ramos. Poked away by the Chargers. Boney's there. Boney touches it down the line and out of play, throw in for the Chargers. Ball in the middle. Into the attack. Nangle steps in and commits the foul. Free kick for the Chargers. Meningus back at the line to check in at the next opportunity. Free kick for the Chargers, number 4. 3-man wall for the Cougars. Three-player stack on the right side of the box and one wide. Shot towards the goal but over, and a goal kick for the Cougars. Meningus in the game as the Cougars have Brandon Schumacher subbing out. Eight minutes left to play. Cougars taking their time to get the ball. Justin Boney will take the goal kick. Ball to the near side and out of play all the way to us and bouncing over. Chargers subbing in the game. In the middle. Drop back to number 4 for the Chargers. All the way back to the back line. Break there to defend. Chargers touch wide. Deflected by Break, settled by Horton. Horton plays it wide, stolen back by the Chargers into the box. From the 6-yard box and sent over the goal. And it's another goal kick for the Cougars. More subs coming in the game for the Chargers. Ruben Brake comes to take the goal kick this time for the Cougars. Brake with a good ball in the middle of the field. Meningus first to touch. Meningus plays it ahead. Nobody's there to connect. And all the way into the box for the Chargers. Punt into the middle of the field. Out to the sideline, throw in for the Cougars. Ruben Brake there to take the throw. Throw all the way into Meningus. Meningus gets the touch to settle. Gets through the challenge. Ball deflected away. Clevenger's there for it. Clevenger with a drop to break. Break touched back to Meningus. Falls to Edson. Edson trying to turn. Stolen back by the Chargers. Sent across the box. Deflected and in the goal. Own goal for the Cougars, and the Chargers take the 4-0 lead. All right, restart of play. Meningus over the top, headed into the air by the back line. Clevenger there, chips it up to Ben. Drop back to Clevenger. Titus Clevenger looking for an option. Ball deflected by the Chargers. Bouncing ball chipped into the air. Over the far side in possession. Chargers back into the middle. Over the near side as Jackson comes to pressure. Touch to the sideline, and Jackson clears it out. Throw in for the Chargers. Nangle pressuring. Sent back into the middle. Lost out of play on the sideline, throw in for the Cougars. Under 4 to play, Break takes the throw down the line. Back into Clevenger. In the middle of the field, Meningus fighting for it. Nangle steps, chipped into the air by the Chargers. Chargers stay on the ball. Good play on the diagonal. That's a nice win. Gets pushed off the ball. Into the attack. Meningus comes back to help. Dropped back. Chipped in, and Stewart's there to grab it. All the way over to the far side for Schumacher. Out of play, back to the Chargers. Break gets a touch on it. Horton clears it to the sideline. And it's a throw for the Chargers. 2:30 left to play. Break chips it back into the middle. Schumacher giving pressure. Played into the center back. Takes the strike from distance and well over the goal, and a goal kick for the Cougars. Ball quickly into play for the goal kick. Urban Break back again to take the kick for the Cougars. Break with a driving ball into the middle. Chargers win it. Shot again and over the goal. And another goal kick for the Cougars. Edson gets a touch. Break clears down the line. And that's the whistle. I guess we didn't stop the clock. I think last time this ref blew the whistle. This time the far ref blew the whistle to stop the game, so I don't think they had the same time. But nonetheless, that's all we have. Don't have a scoreboard here to know for sure. And the final score, Chargers win 4-0. All right, we are back for the JV half. I'm really not sure if we'll do 35 minutes or not. I'm going to set it at 35 and assume that that's what we're doing. We did do 25 last night. In fact, let me change that to a countdown clock, or a count up clock, I mean. We'll just, we'll go this way and just find out together when it ends. All right, the JV game underway. Chargers to the back line. Not sure what happened. There's a player down on the far side. Looks like it'll be a drop ball to the Chargers to restart play. Chargers back into play on the far side. Cut back into the middle. Down the line, Bandy's there, plays it back in to Break. Ruben Break with some space. Takes on a defender, finds space in the middle. Over the top for Reether, one down by the Chargers' chest. Ramos is there, gets a touch, but has to retreat for it. Ramos shielding. Chargers steal. Meningas steps to deflect. Chargers back into the attack. Ball played in all the way to the corner as Ramos comes over to pressure. Ramos deflects, wins the ball, and knocked out of play. Throw in for the Chargers. Meningas heads it away. At the top. With the left. And the keeper, Iron Man, Evan Horton, is there to win it. Out to the middle of the field, and Angle gets a touch on it. Break over the top for Reether to chase. Out of play and throw in for the Cougars. Nangle there to take the throw down the line. Reether settles, drops back to Nangle. Stolen away by the Chargers in the midfield. Back to the back line as Spencer Jackson pressures. To the near side, Edson steps in to steal. Edson fighting for it. Chargers keep it in. Edson touches it back towards the box. Chargers able to clip it away. All the way back to the keeper. Sent high into the air, back spinning ball. Dunaway heads it forward. Ball played in. Chargers into the attack, takes the strike and well over the goal. And a goal kick for the Cougars. Subs in the game for the Chargers. Cougars chasing the ball all the way down the hill. It is a chilly one here, probably about 60 degrees right now, and now that the sun's going down, a little wind. Wind really settled down in the second half of the varsity game. The wind was a major factor in the first half and at the start of the second half, and then it kind of settled down. This is a good time to play soccer right now. The sun's out of the way, the lights are on. Hopefully next year we can get some of these varsity games at this time instead of having to play the 4:30 start, especially when the field has lights. Edson's able to steal it. Chargers step in, breaks there in the middle, able to get it to Edson. Stolen back by the Chargers. Into the attack, but all the way through, and the Chargers play it to the back line. Reether steps in and deflects it out of play. It'll be a throw for the Chargers on the far side. Breaks able to challenge the ball, deflected last by the Chargers, throw in for the Cougars. Break leaves it for Bryner Ramos there to take the throw. Ball into Meningus, played over the top, headed back by the Chargers, and cleared away to the sideline, throw back to the Chargers. Ball down the line. Ramos there, pokes it out. And another throw for the Chargers quickly into the box. Dunaway heads it to the end line, and corner kick for the Chargers. Chargers set up a stack at the top of the 18. Ball played short. Reether there to pressure. Nangle clears. Spencer Jackson comes in on the challenge and deflects it away. And a throw for the Chargers. Ball in the middle. Clevenger gets a touch on it. Meningus there clears it to the near side. And out of play, throw in for the Chargers. Not sure how long we're playing today. Like I said earlier, we're doing a count up clock. The JV game has typically been 35 minutes, but depending on what the two coaches agree on, yesterday we played 25 minutes. Throw in by 31. Bandy comes into pressure. Ball in. And Meningus shields as Horton's able to step up and receive it. Played out short to Meningus. Meningus gets challenged, stolen away by the Chargers. He's able to get it through to Break. Break ahead to Nangle. Chargers on the counterattack. Shot attempt by the Chargers. Horton's there to win it. Out to Clevenger. Throw in for the Chargers after the sub. Into the middle of the field. Chargers get in. Meningus there. Gets a touch into space. Chargers at the top of the box with the left, and Horton's right there to make the save for the Cougars. Horton with the top spinning punt into the middle. Back to the Chargers. Shot deflected by Clevenger. That one looks like it hurt. And all the way out on the sideline, throw in for the Chargers. 10 minutes into this JV half. No score yet. Chargers will take the throw in the attacking third on the far side. Ball into the middle. Deflected away by Dunaway. Break tries to clear it into a counterattack for the Chargers. And wide of the goal kick for the Cougars. Meningus plays it to the far side. Ball into the middle. Break there. Chips it ahead. Edson gets a touch. Stolen back by the Chargers. Oh, he steps on the ball and Bandy steals. Bandy into the counterattack. And Bandy draws the foul. Free kick for the Cougars. Clevenger tried to take it quickly, but it's too far ahead from where the foul was. The foul was back there. He was letting to see if an advantage played out first. A little dispute over who gets to take the kick. Clevenger taps it to Meningus. Back to Clevenger into the attack. Drop back to Dunaway. All the way into the attack and corner kick for the Cougars. Ball cleared away, another corner kick upcoming. Brogan Reether, low ball in. Keeper, nice job to step and win it. Big punt over the top into a threat for the Chargers. Meningus chasing back. Shot with the left foot and well over the goal. Goal kick for the Cougars. Clevenger and Brake subbing off as Brandon Schumacher and Grayson Kermine checking the game. Jackson gets the touch to Kermine, back to Jackson. Trying to play Edson in. Cleared back to the middle by the Chargers. Bandy clears it in the middle. Edson there. Up to Dunaway. Dunaway on the ground. Stolen back by the Chargers. Ramos wins it. Up to Nangle, but off the mark, and the Chargers send it back in. Kermine gets a touch, and Meningus able to clear. All the way up to Nangle. and out of play, throw in for the Chargers. 15 minutes into the JV half. 2 subs coming on for the Chargers. Ball sent in, Brandon Schumacher there to clear it. Nangle plays it into the middle. Chargers win it into possession. To the near side, Bandy pressuring. Crumrine there to help. Carrying down the line into the corner. Schumacher with his left sweeps it in, but the Chargers are there to steal. Off of Crumrine and a throw for the Chargers. Back into the middle in the box. Dunaway clears. Touched by the Chargers into an attack by Reether. Reether down the line. And slide tackle by 14 from behind. It'll be a throw in for the Cougars. Crumrine deflects it, but out of play. And a throw for the Chargers here on the near side. Push in the back, able to win it. Schumacher there to deflect it to the sideline and throwing for the Chargers quickly into the top. Bandy steps to defend. Bandy still fighting for it, and corner kick ruled. Oh, he called a foul. Okay. Backside ball over everyone. Ramos coming to help. And Chargers lose it out of bounds. Throw for the Cougars. Deep in the corner on the far side. Big throw down the line. Chargers take the shot, and Iron Man is there to make the save. Horton with the good punt into the midfield. Chargers first to touch, Nangle's there. Settles it down and plays it to Dunaway on the far side. Tackled by the Chargers into the counterattack, played in. Meningus there to win it. Meningus over the top. Brogan Reether on the run. Reether gets the touch. Drop back to Crumrine. Crumrine into Jackson. Back to Crumrine. Over to Dunaway. Dunaway looking for an option. Plays it to Edson. Edson chips it in. And I think he was trying to connect to Reether. Just deflected off the side of his foot all the way to the keeper. Top spinning punt to the middle. Meningus, good first touch. Ball's loose, Meningus back to it. Stolen back by the Chargers. Into the attack down the right side. Bandy coming back to pressure. And shot taken wide of the frame. Goal kick for the Cougars. Restart with the goal kick by Meningus. Dunaway tries to settle with his chest. Chipped in. Meningus shields, and Horton's able to step up to win it. Evan Horton punts back to the middle of the field, actually the far side. Headed out of play, throwing for the Cougars. Clevenger there to sub in for the Cougars. Clevenger checking in for Edson as Ramos moves to the striker position. Meningus into an angle. Chargers win it. Cut back to the middle, played across. Chargers in the attack down the right side. Bandy in front and able to deflect it out of play, throw in for the Chargers. Throw to the top of the box. Schumacher in front to defend. Dunaway there to deflect. Dunaway clears it to the sideline and throw in for the Chargers. Another sub for the Chargers. Crumrine heads it into the air. And I'm not sure what the call was. Free kick for the Cougars. Meningus there to take it. Side spinning ball up ahead. Bandy comes in, gets a touch on it. Bandy back to the ball. Clears it out the sideline, throw in for the Chargers. Another sub in the game for the Chargers. All right, restart a play on the throw. Chargers down the line. Sent to the middle. Touch in, Meningus plays it into the air, and it goes over the goal. Corner kick for the Chargers. Back spinning ball to the backside. Nice job by Horton staying middle and tips it over the goal. Be a corner kick on the far side. Corner kick for the Chargers, far side. Played short. Brake's there to steal it. Brake plays the counterattack to Ramos up top. Back into the middle. Jackson gets taken out, gets enough to get the touch before he goes down. Into the attack for the Chargers. Shot, and Horton gets enough on it to get it wide of the frame. There'll be a corner kick for the Chargers. Jackson needs a sub. Jax Edson subbing in the game for the Cougars. Corner kick, back spinning ball in. Bouncing, break, clears it away, and another corner for the Chargers. It's a chilly night for soccer, but really the wind has really left. It was so windy to start the game, really a game changer. Now it's just a beautiful night. Ball in the box. Bandy's able to get a touch to clear into Reether. Chargers get there and clear it out to the sideline, throw in for the Cougars. Bandy takes the throw to Edson. Chargers down the line. Carrying to the corner. Back across the middle. Nice touch by the Chargers attacker, and foul called on the Cougars. There'll be a free kick from 25 out. We're 26 minutes in. Two-man, now three-man wall for the Cougars. Low ball. That was a good shot. Horton's able to make the save. That was a reverse spin ball coming back to the goal. Clevenger connecting to Brake. Brake plays Edson. Edson back wide for Brake. Plays Ramos through, but he's way off. He won't chase it. Good, smart play by Ramos. As Edson goes to it. As Dunaway goes to it. And finally out of play. More subs for the Chargers. Clevenger takes the throw to Dunaway. Back to Clevenger. Clevenger with the left into Edson. Edson touched to turn. Stolen back by the Chargers into the outlet to the far side. Brake comes in. Clevenger gets a touch but can't possess. Chargers back in the attack down the left. Clevenger's able to dislodge. Brandon Schumacher clears it away. Carmine up to Brake. Ball deflected. Comes to Ramos, who chips it ahead for Edson. Edson down the far side, trying to get in position to get a touch. Cleared away by the Chargers, a throw for the Cougars. Throw in by Edson to Dunaway. Dunaway tracks back, gets it to Clevenger. Clevenger, nice move to space. Back to Dunaway on the far side. Drop back to Clevenger in the middle. Back to Dunaway. Ahead to to Edson, but cleared away by the Chargers. Another throw for the Cougars. Dunaway sends it across and deflected by the Chargers. Corner kick for the Cougars. Dunaway sets up for the corner kick. Break on the back post. He tries to get it to him, sends it all the way over. Still running as Bandy chases to it. And it's a throw-in for the Chargers, and they have another sub coming in. I think the Chargers have subbed every time the ball's gone out. Okay, they're saying it actually went out the end line. Goal kick for the Chargers. 30 minutes in. Backspin ball to the middle. Touched by the Chargers into the attack. Meningus steps and wins it. Cleared away. Crumrine there. Plays it ahead. Edson tries to get in there. Chargers win the 50-50. Crumrine stays on to defend. Bandy defending. To the top. Edson got a touch on his leg, enough to put him off. He gets the shot, but it's a well over the goal and a goal kick for the Cougars. About 4 minutes left. We're guessing if we're playing 35 minutes. Iron Man chasing all the way back to that other field for the ball. Restart a play. Meningus to Clevenger. Back to Meningus to send it downfield. Edson there. Edson's able to get a touch. Break tries to send it through with his left, deflected by the Chargers. Into the middle. Break back to it. Plays it ahead. Ramos there to challenge. Edson comes on. Chargers able to make the turn. Back to the far side into the attack. Clevenger there. Ball into the top of the box. Looking for space. Played across. Drop back. Chargers possess over to the far side. Deflected by Break. Chargers at the top. Reether's able to get a touch to deflect, and Meningus clears. Chargers possessing again. Clevenger steps to win it. And out of play on the far side, throw for the Chargers, more sub, I should say. Or should I say another sub? All right, sub's on, and we are ready to replay. Throw in on the far side, clipped away by the Cougars, another throw for the Chargers. Looking like about 2 minutes left in the game, no score yet. Meningus clears. Edson in possession, trying to find an outlet. Stolen back by the Chargers. Sent across the box, headed down by Schumacher. Dunaway comes on to win it. Dunaway. Brandon Schumacher clears to the far side. Clevenger there. Down the line to Break. Break, nice touch to turn. Plays over the top for Ramos to chase. And clipped out by the Chargers. There'll be a throw for the Cougars. It's been the first time we've been over here in a few minutes. Edson down the line for Break. Chargers get the possession. Break deflects into the attack. Across the box. Reether there. Still on it. Falls to Crumrine. Chips it in. And Crumrine scores the goal. Grayson Crumrine cleans it up. The Cougars take the 1-0 lead. And there's an injured player down for the Chargers. He's able to get up on his own power. He's going to go out the end line. Didn't see what happened. Okay, we've restarted the game. Only have about 30 seconds left. Good ball over the top. Meningus wins it with the header. Up to Crumrine. Crumrine riding high after the goal. Bandy steps in to steal. Back to the attack for the Chargers. Down the line. Crumrine there to defend. And played out the sideline throw for the Chargers. Chargers trying to speed up play as time is running out. Chargers take the throw short. Bandy in front, played into the box. Dunaway trying to get a steal. Brandon Schumacher clears it to the side, but it goes out the end line. It's a corner kick for the Chargers. We're right at 35 minutes. And that is the whistle. Cougars are able to end it before the corner can get taken. And the Cougars win the JV game 1-0. All right, we're going to close out. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll be back Monday. We are home versus Fair Grove. Tuesday we'll be on the road at Aurora, and then Thursday we'll close out again at home for senior night. Love to see a big crowd Thursday, senior night versus Hillcrest over at Ozark Christian College.